Hey everybody, Randy Reviews It here. So today we're going to be talking about the Beretta M9A4. So a lot of diehard fanboys probably loving Berettas. It's a very iconic gun. Unfortunately, this stopped seeing military service. They moved in a different direction. I picked this up because I felt the double action in a shop and I really wanted to try one of these. I kept hearing a lot about the recoil impulse. And there's a lot of pros with this gun, but there's also a few cons, especially in today's age, that I think I should go over. Let's start with the pros. So the pros, like I said, this gun is empty. I have a G, which is a decocker only model, which is nice. But the double action on this, really, really smooth. It's still a bit heavy, but it's smooth. Honestly, it's probably one of the best double action triggers that I've ever felt. It's really, really good. So I'll give it that. The recoil impulse on this gun is really, really good. So it's not a Browning tilt action. I'm not sure necessarily what it is. It's its own thing. But the barrel only moves a little bit, and it's kind of straight forward, straight back. There's not a lot of tilt to it. It's really nice. So it's a good recoil impulse. It's not the most amazing recoil impulse. I think it got a little bit overhyped for what people told me versus what I've actually experienced. But it was good. I can't complain about that. The other thing is the texture, the grip texture. So this is maybe a pro and a con, but the back and the front, so the front is metal. And then with the M9A4, they give you two different kind of sets. One with a palm swell like this, and one where it's just the metal and it's the side. So what that's called is like the Vertex style. So that's the Vertex style. But the grip is very, very aggressive. I wouldn't want to carry this inside the waistband because you're going to get cut to hell. But for shooting and out on the range, it's awesome. It's a very, very good feeling. The barrel comes threaded with a thread protector, so you're ready to go. This one comes with the RDO system already cut into it. It's not a great optics mounting system, but at least it's optics cut, and you can do something with it. So, yeah. Let's get into the cons. So the first con, the optic mounting system. It's kind of an odd way that they cut it. You got to buy their proprietary stuff for it. It's not fun. It's not optics ready. Let's say that. The other thing, where they put this decocker is very, very high. So you really have to like switch your grip on the gun to get your thumb up there. And the one with the safety would be absolutely miserable. I'm glad I got the decocker only. All right, so the single action on this is like 6 or more pounds. It's registering around 6.5. It's pretty brutal. The single action is no bueno on this gun. It's, you know, a little bit of take up, and then it breaks. The reset on this isn't bad. So right there's a reset. So it's got a pretty good reset on it. The con, though, the trigger for single action is miserable. For double action, it's great. I get it. It's a combat pistol. We don't want military users to accidentally shoot themselves or anything like that. The sights on it are not that great. Like they're really narrow. It's 3-dot tritium night sights, though, so it's not that bad. Like I said, the grips, the side of them will chew you apart. And then the price. This gun, I got a deal on it, and it was still $980. So you're looking at usually over $1,000 for one of these. So where does over $1,000 put you? You're easily in Shadow Systems territory, which is reliable. It's got cheap mags. It's got better optics, better trigger. It's not, you know, as diehard cool. You can get threaded barrels for those too that come with it. So I would take a Shadow Systems over this. I know like some people would be like, that's blasphemy. It's a Beretta. It's so reliable. Yeah, my Shadow Systems haven't had any issues either. So you're right in there with, you know, like the CZs, the Shadows, all that stuff. So I don't think you could make a case for this gun. It does a lot of things good, but nothing really that great. And I think for that price tag, that, like me, you're going to be a little let down by this. I had a lot of hype going into this. I remember it was probably like 10 years ago when I saw one of the M9A4 or whenever it was. Maybe it wasn't even 10 years. But the M9A4, I picked it up in a shop and I was like, wow, this is a really good double action trigger. The M9A4, it's got a really good double action trigger and good grip texture, and that's where it ends. Like, you know, I can get that with a lot of guns nowadays. The market's too competitive for me to recommend this. And that'll probably piss off a bunch of the diehards and the people that are like purists. I'm sure Langdon, their Beretta is done up a lot better. They do a trigger job on it and everything like that. If you got a Langdon Beretta, okay, you're probably on point. But that's going to get expensive. That's going to get real expensive. You're looking at like almost staccato territory, I think, when you get like a Langdon one. So it's really hard to justify one of these. I get it. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, every movie in like the 90s, one of these exists. A Beretta 90 series. Not this one, obviously, but a lot of them. It's a pretty iconic gun. If you want it, just because you love the look, you know, the iconic, legendary lineage, whatever you want, you like the color of it, you're a big fan of suppressors, okay, maybe you can make a case for it. But in my head, I can't come up with any situation where the Beretta M9A4 is my go-to choice on anything. So it sounds harsh. I wanted it to be better. I really did. If you got one of these, don't beat yourself up if you like it. But for me, this one's not staying in the collection. Sorry. That's the way it is. Yeah. Feel free to comment if you think I'm a complete idiot, if I'm way off base, if you have a different experience for it. But I think this is just kind of an outdated model and platform that needs a lot of polishing before it competes with today's market. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching and take care.